Hi there, I was wondering about this question. I thought people might be interested in some thoughts on it, and it's the question of whether people who have stopped doing a raw food diet, whether you should just not bother listening to their advice anymore, or if the advice that they previously gave is invalid. So people like Durianrider and Freelea are probably the best known ones, but I don't know, I guess there's a whole load of people who were practicing a raw food diet, possibly teaching it, possibly coaching, possibly had a website or sold books or whatever on the subject of raw food and everything, and then stopped doing it for whatever reason. And the question is really whether any of their information is invalid. So when you take Durianrider and Freelea, neither of them ever said at any point, and maybe this happened to them, I don't know, but neither of them ever said like, this didn't work for me anymore, or this wasn't working, or I was feeling terrible, or anything like that. As far as I know, maybe they did. But I don't remember them. I don't remember that. I remember Freelea sort of maybe at one of the gatherings after Woodstock, and she was speaking to people, and she said she was going to go back to raw, or she like this is a couple of years ago, I guess. But she thought that raw was better. I think they still sort of don't quite say that loudly, but that whatever. That's always been their thing. Like, fruit's the best, whatever. And raw tofu is more practical maybe for people. So that kind of thing. But their actual advice, if you look back in the videos they used to do and the stuff, and maybe the things they used to write, whatever it was, on the diet, I think it's still really brilliant information actually. And when I came into this lifestyle, it's the same with anything. You're looking for direction and clarity and some information you can follow. And I always wanted to do a 100% raw food diet. You know, I just thought that sounded like a really cool thing to do for a day or a week or however long I was going to do it. I just wanted to experience it. So I was looking for sort of information on how to do that. And a lot of people, and probably me included, making YouTube videos and stuff, you forget that perspective of someone that's just coming in, who's interested in the idea of a vegan diet or a raw food diet, raw vegan diet, and they just want to know, right, well, show me exactly how to do this, and I'll just do that. Just show me exactly how to do it. That's what I was like. I was just looking for exactly how to do it. And probably the first person I came across was Tim Van Orden, running raw in a lot of his videos, but he didn't have a very specific, at that time, and maybe he doesn't really actually, he didn't have a really specific program of like, this is what I eat, like this is exactly how I eat. So it was more like he had a green smoothie in the morning and a few other things. It kind of looked like he wasn't eating that much or something. You couldn't really tell, or from the videos I'd seen, I couldn't really tell what he was eating, but he was just eating fruits and vegetables at that time. So when I came across Durianrider's videos, that was more specific on quantities, how much to eat, what to avoid, and that led me to 80-10-10. But it was always still a mystery to me a little bit. It was never like a lot of people do the what I eat in a day videos, and there wasn't a lot of those around a few years ago, I think. So I was still thinking, do they really eat that much? Do they really eat like that, those quantities and everything else? And I think it sort of took me to go into a few events and festivals and to get a bit more realistic in my own mind, and just my own experience of eating more and more fruit, and it not being a weird thing to eat loads of fruit. So they were very specific and objective, and talking about using chronometer and stuff like that, actually objectively measuring calories and objectively measuring how much food you eat. And this is something that is really missing a lot in raw foods, in any diet to the lifestyle thing, is that giving people really specific information. A lot of people don't want that. They want it to be maybe simpler than that. They want to just follow their intuition and eat as much fruit as they like or whatever. But that's not really the case with this. Probably with most changes to diet, you need to retrain yourself. It's a retraining process. And with fruit, you need to learn to eat a bigger quantity of food in terms of volume. And so that's what Durianrider's videos in particular were really great at teaching me, was that objectivity. And it wasn't like I always stuck to that. And to be honest, even now, sort of 4 years into this, I'm still learning. Like I still want to make it. How can I make this as good as possible for myself? Because I'm like going in. Like today, I went into work, and I spent £15 on packets of mango, packets of chopped up mango, like all these packets. And it's all plastic packaging, and but just because I was unprepared. And I didn't want to fast for the day, and I didn't want to necessarily have processed, juice or whatever. So I had this mango, and it was, I don't need to be. It's not that I mind spending money on fruit, but I don't need to be spending that money on fruit. I don't need to be spending that time prepare, to go and get it. I should have it already. So I want to get it ready, so I want to get objective, and I don't want to have these days where I end up not eating enough, or feeling like I've not eaten enough, or thinking I've not eaten enough. I want to get that, I want to get it so simplified, and then once I've done that, then it's duplicatable to other people. Other people can follow it and master it really quickly, because I can just say, like, here's the buy-in program, here's the amounts to eat, here's how you work out how many calories you need, and all of that. So, so that was great. I remember still wanting to see more, like what they were eating every day, how much they were eating, all that. And as I say, people are more doing that now with the what I eat in a day videos. What I ate today was loads of packets of mango, like sick. I don't know, these little packets. Was it 6 packets? £15. £15. 2 avocados. £2, £70. I bought some orange juice, bottle of orange juice, and I've just eaten maybe 7 or 8 bananas or something like that. And that's been about it. I'll probably maybe try and eat more, but this is the thing. I want to have it more like every day. I have I have a smoothie ready every day to take to work or whatever I'm doing, and then get my thing. And I'm not really eating enough salad at the moment. Maybe I want to eat more salad. Just get it really thingy. So that's what their videos were great for, getting a level more objectivity than other educators had. Like a Dan the Man doesn't have any kind of program to follow, and yet inspired a lot of people to change. But people were hungry for more information, so they moved towards something that's giving them clear information. And some people want to follow that intuitive thing, but I think very few people do that long term, especially not staying 100% raw long term, just being intuitive. So that's what their advice was great for. Is there anything I would particularly, so if their videos are still great, if you go and look back on them, Durianrider and Freelea's videos from 3 or 4 years ago or whatever, I'm not sure if there is anything particularly. I mean, I don't drink a litre of water every morning, and I don't. What else? There's things that I don't follow, but not because I don't think they work. I think it's once again, it's just a thing that I'm not in the habit of doing. So, maybe I will move towards that, I don't know. I used to love all the stuff about sleep, and I don't know if he still makes videos on sleep, but I loved his dedication to an early night, and so many people picked up on that. The first year I went to the Woodstock Fruit Festival, I arrived in New York about probably 9 o'clock, and I'd actually arranged people for a fruit luck in the Central Park. I'd put it on one of the groups or something, so people went to this fruit luck that I'd sort of arranged. But I ended up getting in late, and eventually got to Central Park like quite late, 9 o'clock, and I met one or two people, not in Central Park because it would have been dark at that point, but in the Whole Foods, and I said, where is everyone? And they were like, this is 8:10, everyone's gone to bed, It was like 9 o'clock. Everyone's gone. So that's what it was like at one point. There was a lot of the things that he was doing, so many people were following him, and the exact things that he was doing and saying. Because he gave a specific thing for people to follow and other people didn't. So, but I love all, like, Pau Simeons, if you ever watch him, other people online, they go to sleep like 7 o'clock or something. I really love these people I'm not saying they do it all the time, but sometimes they just go to bed really early, and I really respect that. So I do think their videos are worth watching and their stuff. I think Freelea's got an ebook from back then that probably is still practical and everything. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more. I've got a book on Amazon, maybe a couple of books on Amazon, you can look below. You can subscribe to my emails, or just subscribe to this channel and see more. And hope to speak to you again.